AI is popping up everywhere, and it's the next big wave of change hitting all facets of technology. From your phone to your laptop, desktop, workstation, maybe even your toaster, artificial intelligence will be a staple feature, and specifically, generative AI will be a big boost to your productivity and personal life. But everything comes down to the prompt. Now, what exactly is a prompt? An AI prompt is a piece of text that provides input to a language model or other AI system, such as an image generator, that guides the AI on what task to perform, what question to answer, or problem to solve. For large language models specifically, a prompt typically consists of a few sentences that provide context, and context is key when it comes to AI. When you talk to a person, there needs to be context for the conversation. If you randomly ask someone, "What's a fan?" without any additional context, it can be confusing. Are you asking about a fan that circulates air, or are you asking about a person who admires a person or a thing? Like a Taylor Swift fan. In this scenario, context is key. When talking to an AI, you need to give context so it understands how to correctly respond. For instance, asking the AI to write a product description for a new type of ceiling fan is different than describe a fan's reaction to meeting their favorite celebrity. Those are two very different ideas, and context again is key. When working with large language models, crafting effective text prompts is crucial to getting the best results. But what makes a good prompt? A good prompt should be specific, clear, and concise. It should also provide the context that we mentioned before, as well as guidance on what you want the model to achieve. Let's break down the key elements of a good prompt. There should be clearly defined goals. What do you want the model to accomplish? Do you want a summary of some information? Do you want ideas for brainstorming a concept? Do you want a code generated for solving a specific problem? Do you want it to analyze and interpret data sets and identify trends? If you do not have a clearly defined goal, then the AI response will just be of little use to you. You should have specific questions. Ask questions that guide the model towards the desired answer. Instead of a short question, such as, "What is Mars?" ask a more specific question. Can you tell me about the planet Mars, describing its size, chemical composition, whether it has an atmosphere or not, what the gravity is like, why is it red? Even though it's a run-on sentence, it's specific enough to get the AI to gather the correct information that you need. Always provide relevant context and information that helps the model understand the topic or question. For example, a prompt without context is write a product description for a new smartphone, which is too broad, so you'll end up with a generic and uninteresting response. Here's an example of a prompt with better context. Write a product description for a new smartphone targeted at young adults who prioritize photography and social media. Highlight features like a high-resolution camera, fast processor, and long battery life. This specific context gives a target audience, key features, and a focus for the description that will stand out more effectively. You should always specify the desired format of the response, such as a short paragraph or a list. If you want a really long response, I find asking for a paragraph count can help sometimes, such as write an in-depth overview of the planet Mars. Make it 12 paragraphs long. Include information about size, gravity, chemical composition, atmosphere, color of the planet, whether there's water, and the possibility of life. This will give a much better response about the planet Mars, and you get all of that in-depth information that you're really looking for. For crafting effective prompts, always use clear and concise language and avoid ambiguity and vagueness. I find that people who say AI is ineffective usually have very vague prompts that will give disappointing results. Provide relevant context and give enough information for the AI to understand the topic or question. With an AI, there's no such thing as over-communicating, so you don't have to worry about annoying it like you would with some people. An AI actually appreciates all of the extra information that you're giving it. One example I really love using is the Anthropic prompt library, which is a freely available prompt library that you can browse to get inspiration for your prompts. This gives a wide range of prompt use cases, whether it's summarizing information, generating code, or testing code for bugs, and everything in between. Let's look at a few examples. The direction decoder will transform natural language into step-by-step directions. They provide a system prompt and a user prompt, both of which provide context for the AI. The system prompt tells the AI what its overall purpose is, and the user prompt is the current task. Here, you can see that both prompts are about a paragraph long, giving a very in-depth prompt for generating step-by-step processes. In this case, you can simply copy the system prompt into the LLM of your choice, and for the user part, you can put your own custom prompt. So you can talk out loud on your process of baking a cake, and it'll output a step-by-step guide based on the information that you give. The Python Bug Buster prompt gives the AI context on checking Python code for any bugs or issues, and it'll provide a corrected code and explain what the issue was. You can copy any Python code into the user prompt and get your results instantly. There's also some fun prompts here too, such as the Product Naming Pro, which can make product names for made-up products. So you can spitball some ideas for your fake products, and then you can make your own names for them. There's a dream interpreter, a joke generator, and the list goes on. All of these prompts in this library have one thing in common. They utilize all the tips that we've talked about. The prompts are specific, they give context, and they ask for specific output structures. These are good samples on what to look for with in-depth prompts, and they can help you to make better prompts. Crafting effective text prompts is an art, and it requires practice and patience. By following these guidelines and tips, you can improve your chances of getting high-quality results from large language models. Remember, be clear, be concise, and specific in your prompts, and don't hesitate to ask for help if you need it. Most LLMs are actually pretty good at generating prompts to help you talk to them. If you want to learn more about AI PCs, stop by your local microcenter and talk to one of our expert associates about our wide range of AI-capable PCs. And if you don't have a microcenter near you, comment #IWantAMicrocenter near me.